Hey everyone, it's Marcy Bair and Victor Orozco.
Hey there.
You can see that we are separate, but yet together. So like everybody, we're working from home as well due to coronavirus. And we're adjusting to this. However, Victor, you mentioned that you've actually been doing this for a while now.
Yeah, I've almost been in quarantine since Thanksgiving with, taking leave. Was literally back in the office for 1 week and a day.
Right.
And came right back home. So
from paternity leave.
I think we're getting from paternity leave. Yep. So I think we're getting this thing down pretty well.
Right. By the time we're done with this, probably your baby's going to be walking.
Oh yeah, or driving. We'll see.
Oh, I hope it's not that long. Oh my goodness. So this is our monthly video update to our firm clients and everybody else. In particular, this is May 2020, by the way. So this one, we're going to focus mostly on the CARES Act and the financial benefits that have come out from the U.S. government due to coronavirus. So the CARES Act was passed back in March. And one of the big things for individuals is that you will get $1,200 from the U.S. government. Or if you're a couple, you'll get a $2,400 cash deposit or a check. If you have children under the age of 17, you have $500 you will receive per child. So that's based on your dependent status on your tax return. If you want to check on the status of those funds, you can go to the IRS website, so www.irs.gov, and you can find out the status. Is the check going to be mailed to you? Is it going to be direct deposit, or do they need some banking routing information to be able to do the direct deposit for you? The other thing is when it comes to financial benefits on unemployment benefits have been increased. So they've been increased by $600 a week. So whatever your normal benefit would have been, there's $600 on top of that. Super important that you apply. Online you can do this, or through a paper application, but online would probably be the quickest. However, a lot of the websites are really inundated with a lot of traffic, so you might have to try several times. But definitely, if you are unemployed at this point in time, go ahead and apply. This actually, at this point in time, covers independent contractors and self-employed people as well, so that's important to know. And then when it comes to business owners, there are forgivable loans that are out there now. So this payment protection plan, or the PPP loan that people have heard about, that's something you can apply for. Also an economic disaster loan, that's through the SBA, the Small Business Administration. You'll go directly to their website to apply for that. And then a lot of local cities and counties are coming up with some small business packages and some loans that might be beneficial for a small business owner. So those are just a couple of things that we wanted to highlight. Victor, you've got some things that you can highlight when it comes to retirement plans.
Right, and on an individual level on the retirement side, those that were about to start taking the required minimum distributions, are also known as our RMDs, this year, or have been taking that, those are actually being waived for 2020. And you don't have to double up 2021. It's 2020 is truly waived. So in the case where you don't need the funds, you're actually able to kind of take that distribution into the following tax year, which is great. Now, if you don't need the funds and you want to be a little bit more philanthropic, right, that's kind of increasing during these times as well. The qualified charitable distributions is still on the table. You can still make that distribution from your retirement account directly to a 501c3 and have that distribution kind of be waived from taxes on that standpoint. So we have a lot of clients taking advantage of that already and still continue to do so. So something to think about if you hadn't in the past. Now, in the case where you do need funds, unfortunately, right, like you said, there's record number of unemployment. The benefits there are increasing. If you have a coronavirus, COVID-related issue, and you need a distribution, the 10% early withdrawal penalty is being waived up to $100,000 as well. So, obviously for negative reasons, but more flexibility there. If you need if you need to take funds out, it's my first one back for a while, so I'm a little rusty here. But so if you don't need the funds, great. If you do need the funds, great. Reach out to us. Obviously, if you do need funds, your retirement accounts are typically last in line. We like to kind of tap, but we know there's a lot of difficult times for many people out there as well. So reach out to us. We can figure out a distribution plan there for you. And this also includes inherited IRAs. I don't know if that was clear in that initially,
Right.
but inherited IRAs, same thing applies to your beneficiary IRA distribution. So
You don't have to take out that normal mandatory amount each year.
right.
Yeah. And
Right.
if you already
Exactly.
did take it out and need that money back, that is something that can be reversed as well. So reach out to us if we're your advisor or your advisor. Again, like Victor stressed, this is the last resort, last bucket kind of to tap, because not only will you still be taxed on the money, you just don't have the 10% penalty if you're under age 59 and a half, but you'll still have to pay tax on that money. But it also removes that amount of funds in for that you have for retirement. So it's again, it's there if you need it, but reach out to us to really get guidance before you do that.
Absolutely.
There's also some other kind of non-coronavirus related things, financial things that people could be doing right now. So what are some things that you've been thinking about?
Yeah, so some things we've been thinking about in conversations we've had with some clients that and have had success in, which has been very positive through all this. First one is, refinancing your mortgage and looking if it's a viable option for you. Does the math work? What's the break even point? Should you do it? And if you don't have anyone to kind of run those numbers for you, reach out to us. We have many people we can introduce you to look at that and see if it's a good option. It's probably your biggest debt item. So if you can make that more optimal, that's a great situation to be in. So that's been a lot of success stories around that. So that's been wonderful. Deferring more other payments, right? So let's say you need some more breathing room in your cash flow. Auto loans, student loans, mortgages. Reaching out to the lenders and seeing what type of benefits you have or deferment options you have there is something to think about. Also, if you need to increase your savings a little bit, right? Or your savings weren't at a level and you need some breathing room there. From a children's standpoint, really getting started on those college savings accounts, right? If education is not getting any cheaper, and I think parents are valuing it a lot more right now when they have to be teachers at home. But get those accounts started. A life insurance policy. If you haven't revisited your life insurance in a while, or you've been holding off and actually applying to get that increased coverage, this is a time as well to actually pursue that. Some companies are being a little more flexible during these times, given what is needed for underwriting. But every company is different, so it's an option to pursue. And then estate planning. So wills, trusts, medical directives. I know insurance and trusts and wills, they're not fun stuff to talk about. They're difficult conversations to think about. But during these times, there's a lot of families that didn't have the benefit to make these decisions, right? And their health changed literally overnight. So something to work on. I know our family, we need to work on it personally too. So we have to take our own prescription as well. So these are different things not related to the market, not related to COVID, not related to necessarily employment. So these are actions you can take. Usually this time of year we're talking about spring cleaning, right, with your finances. So this is a time to really just kind of put your arms around those things you've been really pushing off to the side and address. And hopefully you can take some action if you have time. Now we know not everyone has time,
but some people do. Some people have already organized their spice racks and everything's alphabetical in their pantry, their sock drawers all organized, right? So now
everything's sparking joy. Sparking joy.
Yeah. So this is the next thing to tackle is your finances, and really, like Victor said, wrap your arms around it. Take a look at your budget. Take a look at your bank account and see what those monthly expenses that are maybe you're on some subscriptions that you could let go. If you need to have more in savings, Victor brought up a great point, is that now you can defer maybe some of those student loan payments or your mortgage to try and give you a little bit of a cushion. So even if you do have income, but your savings account is so reduced, maybe now's the time it would give you that opportunity to give you a break and a pause to be able to increase that. As we can see, most of America cannot go, a couple of weeks, a month, certainly not 2 months without an income. And so this is why we stress to our clients that you've got to have at least 6 months of income set aside in a savings account for these very reasons. And even more if you've got a job that your income's more variable, like sales and commission type of job.
Right. Absolutely.
So this is a perfect time to really focus on that. If you've got the bandwidth to do it, we know not everybody does because some people are working full time and homeschooling, which is a new experience. But For those of you that have time to be able to work on this, now is a great time. So when we come out of this, you're more financially secure, or at least more financially aware of your finances. So
right. Pick one thing and just start there.
just pick
right?
one thing. Exactly right. Yep.
Right.
So with that being said, we hope again that you are all safe and healthy, and we look forward to seeing you all in person soon, or at least we'll continue with these video chats as long as life has us do this. So be safe.
Absolutely.
Take care. Bye-bye, everyone.
Have a good day, everybody.
Okay, bye-bye.